Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cloud Ninja Podcast. Today we're joined with our two lovely co-hosts, Free Game Neil III and Mello the Creator / Dreamer. I don't know, he has Dreamer on there, but we're here. But we just finished the podcast with the Boruto voice actor, Bennett Abara.
They said I was flirting with her.
They said, dude, to be honest, she reminds me of the girl that put me onto anime back in back when I was in high school. I always knew Dragon Ball. But the homie, she tried to put me on Attack on Titan back in the day, like when season 1 was out. I ain't never really watched it at that time, but shout out to her. But she reminded me of her a lot.
Yeah, big shout out. No, she was cool as hell though. I had a fun time doing that podcast. That was real fun.
Yeah, true.
And being on camera was fun too. I like that. Whenever Bar gets his reconstructive surgery on his face, maybe he'll hop on camera with us.
Bro, we were talking about creators just now. If y'all want to blame someone for me not having a face cam, blame OMG, it's Birdman. That's my favorite YouTuber, probably of all time. I talked about my favorite YouTuber right now, but of all time, Birdman never had
Birdman.
Day, yeah.
Name's Birdman?
No. Oh, he's like a Call of Duty YouTuber. He was like a Black Ops 2. I ain't gonna say he was a god because he wasn't a pro, but among public and regular players, he was arguably the best. And like he was cocky with it too, like he was destroying people. But yeah, he never had his face cam, and like I modeled like my YouTube early on after him. Like I feel like even on Twitter right now, his Twitter banner, I think is Jordan and Kobe, and mine's is waiting.
Dude, you have your picture on Twitter.
He always had his picture on Twitter too.
No, you have your picture on Twitter.
No, I know.
What the hell is the point? What are you being so mystique about?
No, he was like a commentator as a YouTuber, and I wanted to be a commentator. And back then, commentators didn't really have their face. So like while I was modeling my channel, it was essentially that. And I just got used to it.
Now you're a podcaster, sir. You're a commentator on the Bar B channel. You're a podcaster on the Cloud Ninja podcast. Anyways, we ain't gonna get into that. Let's get into chapter 16.
Yeah, shout out to OMG it's Birdman if he sees this.
Probably not. Yo, but for the official translation, still haven't read it. I just going off of what we did with the full spoilers. Is there any differences between the official translation and the translations that we went over on the previous part?
Yeah, there was a couple. I can't really think of any off the top, but I guess once we talk about topics, I guess I'll probably remember it. But Mello, you got any off the top of your head?
Oh shit! I didn't even know you took me off mute.
Wait, I never put you on mute.
Nah, you definitely. When you switch over to your intro, you automatically go on mute.
Oh yeah, it automatically does it. Yeah, it comes off automatically too.
I was just coming back. Can you ask me the question?
Yeah.
I was asking. Sorry, Bar. I was asking because I didn't read the official translation yet. Mm-hmm. Was there any differences between like dialogue from the unofficial translation to the official translation? Basically, was my question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Once we talk about it, I feel like we'll remember it.
Yeah, I don't really remember it too much. I asked Udi the same thing when we did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Naruto stuff.
Oh, Bar, you should have joined that, bro. That was epic.
Yeah, that was funny. And he said that there's really nothing major, him and Kamui, that was different. So, yeah.
Got you. So I got a question for you guys, though, regarding the Flying Raijin. Then, do you guys think that Boruto is better at the Flying Raijin than Minato, or he still has a ways to go? Because he referenced that he's not as good as his dad, but it seems like he's very proficient with it.
Yeah, I think he's better.
The thing that I saw this on X, when they were saying like he has to infuse his chakra into whatever weapon he's using, and then either sense the chakra and go to this direction or that direction or whatever. But he can't use the same object. He has to use different objects. That's why they went to the shapes route, so he can memorize the shapes. I saw something where like Minato was throwing like 1,000 kunai, and he was able to teleport to each kunai. Maybe that's the thing that Boruto's lacking as far as like the flying Raijin goes. Maybe that's why he's saying that Minato is better at it, because Minato has that upper hand, that advantage.
Yeah. I think that could be it. I think Minato's is more mobile, but I think Boruto's might be better overall. I think he probably doesn't need that much chakra to utilize it. I think that Boruto is significantly more adept with time space than Jutsu than Minato was, because he's an Otsutsuki member. Probably comes second nature to him, especially the more he grows. I think in probably like 3 years, once we get that second time skip, like we did in Naruto Shippuden, I think at that point, his flying Raijin could probably be like 10 times better than Minato's.
Yeah, I think Boruto is not better. It just seems narratively Flying Thunder God is something that Boruto is working towards. And yeah, so I think for that reason, plus he just outright said that he's not at certain aspects.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think the answer is pretty obvious. But I do think, like I said with Kidomaki when he was on the podcast, the last, I think, that I do think it's possible that what we believe to be deficiencies are actually a blessing in disguise that could potentially allow him to escalate the ability and use it far better than Flying Raijin. Flying Raijin could just be something that like limits him. This version of the technique could
be like a prerequisite to like his actual like final technique, basically.
Not necessarily, but it could just be like a pure teleportation ability. Instead of having like certain parameters. Once he kind of masters the foundational stuff, then he can just start teleporting to whatever.
Like, he don't have to make hand signs or nothing like that. He can just teleport.
Yeah, potentially. Like maybe he takes what the Otsutsuki can do naturally and just does it this way, just better. Instead of opening up those rifts and having to go through them manually, he just kind of does like instant transmission. It's the same technique. It's the same like technique, just elevated beyond what the Otsutsuki can do, because he's like a shinobi, so he can like take their shinjutsu shit and make it better.
That shit would be so broken. Like if he can like utilize like an instant transmission variant where he doesn't even, like, you know how Goku has to put his hand on his two fingers on his head and focus, where he doesn't.
Sometimes,
he just stands still and it's instant transmission to wherever he wants. That would be broken.
I like the hand sign thing, but just like the visual aesthetic of it does look cool. But
presentable. In my personal opinion, I just think that Boruto is just being like modest, similar to like what Minato was doing with, not Minato. I forgot who had the. Not yet. Similar to what Minato was saying with the Rasengan and Jiraiya. I think it was kind of like similar to that, or not the Rasengan, Sage Mode. I really got to rewatch Naruto, bro. But yeah, I think he's just being modest. I think Boruto knows that whatever he has or the differences that he has is probably like an advantage, and we just haven't really seen it yet. Of course, my opinion comes more on speculation, not necessarily the things that we've seen in the series yet. I just think that Boruto is eventually, if it's not now better, it'll probably eventually be better by the end of the series. 10 times better, probably.
Oh yeah, of course, it has to be.
Wait, how'd you get 10 times?
I feel like at a point, I feel like there's gonna be a point where he could probably teleport divine arts like Shinjutsu and just destroy people.
Wait, what?
Because it's based on his chakra. Of course, Minato's is like that, but I feel like Boruto could take it to a different level.
Give me like an example.
Teleporting the Rasengan.
Like just dropping off fuck you Rasengans? No, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or the Uzuhiko.
Yo, he just mails you an Uzuhiko, huh? Okay. Hey, listen, I like it. It kind of reminds me of Enel from One Piece. You don't know who that is, but or maybe you do. I don't know. But yeah, he just like smited people from a distance. With, like lightning power. Dude was a menace, literally a menace.
So in my personal, I feel like the Ada stuff I want to talk about, or for you guys, the Sarada and Sumire stuff, I feel like that's a big misdirection. Huge misdirection. Ada is going to end up with Boruto. I'm sorry. Gentlemen, I'm sorry.
What?
Boruto's going to get omnipotence, and that's going to be that. Boruto eventually becomes the Otsutsuki god. That's that.
Wait, what are you rambling on about? What?
Oh,
we were doing
the R word. Ooh.
Well, I guess this could be a ramble, but the ramble is going to eventually be correct. Boruto's going to get end up with Ada. Sarada stuff. BS.
Nah, I don't see that happening, bro.
Can I ask you guys a question really quickly? Sorry, this might be like
no, you can't ask us a question. We are having a podcast. Podcast does not tell questions. We just sit here and speak over each other.
You went 3 seconds too long. Now it's not funny. Look, if you go to the cover of chapter 16, why does it have words written on it? Like, what is that? I just noticed that. It says, love looks not with the mind, but with the eyes. The fuck is that?
Oh, bro, I don't know. That's how we know for a fact Masashi Kishimoto not pinning this, bro. There's no way.
Like, what is that, bro? It's on Manga Plus, chapter 16.
Yeah, it's on Viz as well. It's on Viz as well. I feel like with people helping Masashi Kishimoto, it opens the door for a romantic aspect of Boruto. And I talked about this before on a previous pod. I thought that could elevate the series, and if they're actually doing it, I like it.
But what do you think?
But Masashi Kishimoto would never.
Is it like a collude or something?
Yes.
So we pay like close attention to it, or just leave it alone?
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I think they're essentially saying that Ada thinks her love is Kawaki, but her eyes are always looking at Boruto.
Bruh, hold on. I'm trying to pull this up real quick.
Like if you think about it, like there's like a time, I feel like a chapter long ago, right after the Mitsuki battle, where she essentially said Boruto looks cool. She was like drooling.
Yeah, I remember that.
Had the sweat beads essentially, like when everybody's encaps or enchanted by Ada's abilities, they have the sweat beads. She had the sweat beads when she was looking at Boruto. And she said she wanted to talk to him, and she still, to this day, never got to talk to Boruto.
Yeah, it seems like she's like falling out of favor with Kawaki. I said that a couple of pods ago.
And they've been talking about that from like chapter like 3, where Delta was threatening Kawaki, like, yo, as soon as Ada breaks up with you, I'm gonna kill you. And then everybody's talking. And then remember that conversation with Mitsuki where he was like, what if you don't really love him? You just think you love him.
True. So I wonder like how that's going, because I always said, yeah, they definitely setting it up. I always thought that like Sarada would be the one that like reverses omnipotence. You might be onto something. She may fall in love with Boruto, but I don't think it's going to be reciprocated though. I don't see no shipping with them too.
That could be that, but I don't think it needs to be reciprocated. Like similar with Kawaki. Like I don't think Kawaki really likes Ada, but when he really wanted something, Ada's omnipotence just worked. It just activated.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, it is.
James King in chat said it's a quote from Shakespeare.
So, that love is not.
Yeah.
What was it? Love looks.
Just adding quotes.
Bro,
just let them read it, bro. Just let them read it, bro. Just let them read it, bro.
The singularity of fate. How do y'all feel about that singularity thing, though? Like,
what you mean?
Oh yeah, I was going to tell you guys. The singularity thing, it pretty much proves that Neji was right. It like all but confirms it. Because then he mentioned like those who deviate from fate's like guardrails or fate's path or whatever, something like that. So he's basically saying everybody except for the singularities are on a predestined route, given their timeline that they're in.
He was right, but he wasn't wrong. Like if that's the case, that means that his
and then he was right. Wait, what? He
no,
was
that
right.
means his original
he wasn't
route
right, but he wasn't wrong. You say he was right.
Wait.
Yeah, let me explain. It'll all be clear after I explain. Yeah, okay. He originally thought his let's say goal or destination or destiny was one thing, but he was wrong about that. He wasn't the peasant. Like, so his role all along was to become a top tier Jonin, arguably the strongest Hyuga of all time. So he was wrong about his own destiny. That's what I mean.
Boruto?
Nah, Neji.
No, Boruto. You said arguably the strongest Hyuga. That's not even arguable.
Well, at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but so like how does that equate to the singularity though? Like Kashin Koji's talking about if I'm not mistaken, like I said, I haven't read the full chapter, so I don't know if it was any like mistranslations. He said if you know about the future, you're a part of the singularity. So he said that him and Boruto is part of the singularity. Now I'm not the smartest person in the room here, so that's what I'm like trying to understand. Like, what do they mean by the singularity?
All right, so a single. Well, don't pay attention to the word singularity. I think that's just like a placeholder. Let's just call it X. X is just a person who knows the future, and because they know the future, they're not going to act in a way where they don't know the future. So because Boruto knows that Jiraiya eventually kills him, he's going to take actions to prevent that, which essentially derails from his destiny. His destiny, Kashin Koji says his destiny is to die by the hands of Jiraiya. Because he's a singularity, likely it's not going to happen. He's going to take steps to prevent that. Ada knows the future now because she essentially looked back and heard their conversation, heard about the Shinju, heard about all that other stuff. So Ada now is going to take steps to essentially prevent that. We've seen that in the last chapter where she's essentially teaming up with Kashin Koji. That probably would have never happened if she didn't really see that. So like that's essentially what the singularity is.
Got you. Okay, you explained it way better than ChatGPT did for me because I had to do research. I was like,
I can't believe you asked. That's
ChatGPT
is crazy.
Bro, ChatGPT don't update like that. Bro.
Nah, bro, nah. They don't even know about chapter 10.
Yeah, like
no, like I asked ChatGPT, what does it mean to be a part of the singularity, and it explained some shit, and I was like, what?
Bro, you know how broad of a question that?
Yeah, that
it'll probably take them 100 years just to get to Boruto. Yeah. That's crazy. No, like just like putting it really, really, really like dumb simple. Singularities are those with like future knowledge, and then those who take action in the present because.
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah, bars better. Well, I get it.
Yeah. So pretty
like
much.
I like Boruto. I'm like really starting to like it more because I ain't never read a manga where I had to go do goddamn research on what the hell they talking about. So bravo to the writers.
No, yeah, the writers they've been cooking over the last like let's say 4 or 5 chapters. They introduced like the Kashin Koji's abilities. Also, they introduced like the new Shinju, like also like Shinki Don. They've been cooking. They've been cooking. I gotta give it to them.
So as far as the pretty much do not engage order on Jiraiya, you think they're going to follow that?
Yeah, they have to. They have to. Because when Jiraiya came to when Jiraiya came to the village the first time, he wasn't necessarily like hostile. Right?
Yeah, he wasn't destroying shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so
like he didn't come there like a Pain or like a Ishiki and shit like that and made his presence known. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I feel like if he does that next time, they'll just chill. And I think that as of right now, I feel like one of the things that we should be paying attention to, Shikamaru might get like canceled. He might get fired. Like, and if that's the case, then of course Kashin Koji doesn't have that access to the Hokage. And if the next Hokage, let's say, doesn't really listen to Kashin Koji, and then he just said, all right, as soon as Jiraiya enters the village, blow him up, that could be a problem.
Why do you think he's going to get fired though?
Because they keep having like these elders talk about why isn't Boruto there? Boruto was in the village. How did you let him leave? And of course, the daimyos, I don't know, what the elders, they essentially said that they aren't going to forget about that misstep, and now they're getting pressed by the actual president. So I feel like he might get cooked.
Bruh.
He's going to be a scapegoat. Well, he's the guy that he's the reason.
They just need to go to sleep and not wake up. Like,
so chill, bro. Chill, bro. Shout out to the old people out there, the unks.
Bruh, they live their full life. They not unks, bro. Them great grandfathers and mothers. They need to go to sleep and not wake up. A nice peaceful death.
I think we call that a dirt nap where I come from.
Yeah. But once that happens, I'm gonna stick by this. The best replacement is going to be Sarada because she's immune
as an elder.
No, as a Hokage.
Oh, I mean, but she hasn't revealed that yet, though. That would be.
But Shikamaru knows, and yeah, I feel like Shikamaru would have not necessarily a big say, but I feel like a recommendation from Shikamaru would hold some weight.
If he gets fired,
yeah.
Ain't no way.
And they're gonna take they're gonna take a recommendation for somebody who got fired.
Yeah, I feel like even if he gets fired,
I fire you from a job, and I'll be like, yo, my boy, he fit qualifications. You want to hire him since you're firing me?
It's like, yeah, you're incompetent at your job, so I'm gonna fire you, but I'm gonna take your recommendations for the job you're incompetent at. Nah, bro,
I don't think that's crazy. Like, I feel like other people other than Hokages have given like recommendations for people to become Hokage.
Yeah, because they did good at their job when they was like, who do
but
you
even
recommend?
if they're let's say this is just a random Jonin that we know wouldn't be good at being a Hokage, they'd still ask that Jonin. It wouldn't necessarily be like you have to be a Hokage, a great Hokage, to give a recommendation. I feel like if anybody in the Leaf would give a good recommendation, it would be Shikamaru. He had the job. He had the job. He was an advisor, multiple years, did multiple crazy things in terms of missions. Of course, this one was a huge blunder, but just one blunder doesn't destroy like his past 20 years of service. But it out of his class. Like, I feel like his recommendation would hold some weight.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. Because, like,
I think so.
Because you got to remember, those two elders will never let an Uchiha get in power. Because they come from Danzo's era. Them Danzo's boys. And we know how Danzo was with the Uchiha. She has no shot as long as they're around.
What if Shikamaru uses Ada to convince them not to fire him, you know, like, because she does have the like charm aspect, and they're not immune to it, as I would assume.
Nope. It's not his character, because then he would be subverting the law, right? And that's not what it is, right? Kind of, but like to a greater good, right? Like,
this is like a greater good. Having Konohamaru as Hokage is not good for anybody,
bro. What are you talking about? I didn't even mention Konohamaru. I wasn't even going to say his name, even though I wanted.
But that's the next person I have in line, and have that being the case is not good for anybody,
bro. Why? Do you even have a reason?
He's susceptible to omnipotence. We've seen this.
Is okay. So is
he doesn't trust Boruto.
Shikamaru is
like there's just down the line. Sarada just fits, bro.
Wait. Your two reasons. Keep in mind your two reasons. So he doesn't trust Boruto. Wouldn't that be a plus for him becoming Hokage?
Well, for the daimyos, yes.
The people who choose who becomes Hokage.
But for the actual greater good, which was what we were talking about earlier with Shikamaru, it would not be the best.
How? What? Okay. Different opinion. Difference of opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thought.
I feel like Sarada should be let's say, if I'm the writer, she's Hokage by chapter 20. Facts.
But why would she be Hokage though? She's kind of young. I mean, I know Gaara was Hokage at a young age, but
because she is immune to omnipotence.
I mean, that's a great. That's a great.
And she's been trained to be Hokage ever since she became a ninja.
She's not mature enough to be Hokage.
She has not been trained.
Konohamaru isn't either.
Why?
Because he's not.
Why?
He's not. I haven't seen him go through enough missions and complete them correctly for me to trust him. I trust Sarada. To be honest, during the missions where Sarada and Konohamaru were actually on, Sarada usually had the bigger role. Sarada usually was giving instructions.
This is some reverse psychology shit. He got me arguing against Sarada. That's fucking incredible.
Bro, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, whoa, like, what are we in the multiverse or something right now?
Even Koji couldn't see this future. Okay, this
exactly.
What the fuck is happening? Am I really that gone?
It just makes so much sense. It just makes so much sense to me,
bro. She's not mature enough. The elders hate Uchiha. There's gonna be racism and bigotry about the Uchiha taking power, even though they try to attempt a coup not too long ago, less than 20 years ago. Okay,
I think Sarada is young. I don't think she's not mature enough.
I would put Sakura over Sarada for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Because like when Boruto showed, I'm sorry, I'm eating. When Boruto showed up, she just rushes into his arms, like she doesn't control her emotions. She's like yelling at Shikamaru and Konohamaru. She has no tact. She's still a child.
Okay, I mean, there's plenty of Hokages or Inkages that didn't have tact. Like, do we
forget about
Hokage? Do we forget about Gaara?
Like, they had other qualifications.
What are we doing here?
Other qualifications.
I feel like Sarada would be more Kage than previous Kages right now. Facts.
I disagree. Like, imagine her in a meeting where she needs to show some kind of professionalism or something of the sort, and then her yelling at Shikamaru and Konohamaru like the way she did, she might have an outburst. Uchiha are super emotional. You want some volatile, emotional ass Uchiha on the throne? I don't know, bro.
Like the fourth Raikage?
Eli shot us a $2 donation. He said,
like previous Kage did way worse than Sarada. I'm sorry,
bro.
Sorry, before I could answer your question, he brought up the super chat. So
yeah, Eli even agreeing with us, bro. He had to drop $2 to get his point across the bar. Come on,
again. I know the main argument against this is going to be
shout out to Eli. Thank you.
She is an umbilical cord merchant. We understand this. But everything else points to Sarada.
What does that mean?
She's going to get more power.
Wait, hold on.
She's smarter than
Stop skipping. What the hell does that mean?
Bar, relax. Stop. Relax. Start over.
Yeah. What is that?
I understand that she is an umbilical cord merchant. She's relying on her umbilical cord more than
Konohamaru.
We understand.
He's explaining it.
Yeah, she's relying more on her umbilical cord than Konohamaru because she's younger. We understand that. But everything else points to Sarada. She's going to be stronger, most likely going to be smarter, immune to omnipotence. Like I feel like today she's probably stronger than Konohamaru. Like everything points to Sarada, and the powers that Sarada can get from training with someone like Kashin Koji. Like she has way more potential than Konohamaru. And again, the stuff that you're saying, why she can't be that, her emotions, she. Like previous Kage were way worse than Sarada with all of that.
I'm not saying previous Hokage or Kage in general haven't had their issues. Hashirama was a fucking moron. Okay. But what I'm saying is you're saying she's the most qualified. I'm saying this 15-year-old highly emotional girl is not more qualified than like a 30-something-year-old. She well, you agree that she's highly emotional, having an outburst in the Hokage's office.
Almost every Kage I've seen had outbursts.
No, she's not no. But what I'm saying is, she's a 15-year-old girl who's highly emotionally volatile. So that's been depicted in the series. It's one of the things I love about her because it's going to make her more powerful. She's going to get like Zenkais.
I feel like this is now just profiling. Just because she's young, we feel like that's why she's having the outburst.
Wait, Bar,
always have outbursts.
You're wrong.
We don't care. It doesn't matter.
It's not stereotyping her as a young girl because I didn't say that once. I gave you actual tangible examples of what I'm talking about. So I said the thing and I showed you, I gave you tangibles.
You're saying that's not Kage-like. I'm saying it is.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if it's between her, an emotionally volatile teenage girl, or is Konohamaru a grown-ass man who has no indications of being emotionally volatile, who's actually in the field doing shit and like locking shit down, then I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be on the student of the Lord 7th. Sorry.
Why do you believe? Isn't he Konohamaru's advisor at this point too?
Yes.
Usually.
So why would Sarada be more qualified?
Well, wait a minute. Why is Sarada emotionally volatile?
I think it's because of her genetics.
No. What
in her
in the series makes us believe she's emotionally volatile?
What's her yelling at her superiors, her disobeying orders? When
Naruto did that, he became Hokage.
Okay. And did he become Hokage over Kakashi?
No, but he wasn't the most Kage like he did become Kage.
That's not my concern. That's not my concern because he became Hokage.
Kage was yelling at his superiors. He was yelling at his superiors in the face of the Fourth Great Ninja War.
He became Hokage. He became Hokage as an adult though. Like there was a Hokage after the Great Ninja War, which was Kakashi, and then Kakashi gave the role to Naruto. So like, your argument is that null and void.
It's not, because the day he was going to become Hokage, he was still immature. He was still child. He didn't even make his inauguration. Like, what are we talking about here?
Because he got knocked the fuck out by his daughter. He got knocked the fuck out by his daughter knocked him out. Isn't that like he just was like, you know what? I'm about to go get some ramen.
Hashirama. What are we talking about here?
Hold on.
What are we talking about here?
Hashirama was tempered by his brother. Okay, he always was. Okay. So that's kind of a tempering effect. And when it comes,
Sarada could be tempered by other people too. It's like,
listen. I'm not saying there's no universe in which Sarada can't possibly become Hokage. I'm just saying in terms of who's the best candidate, I'd go to Sarada. I'd go to her mother. I'd go to Kakashi again. Yeah, I'd go to fucking the advisor who's the student of Lord 7th, the greatest of his fucking generation, and the grandson of Lord 3rd, who's been groomed for this fucking position since birth, since God was a boy. Like I would go to that guy. before I go to the 15-year-old, highly emotional, volatile teenage girl whose brain isn't even fully developed and who has a genetic disposition because she's a fucking Uchiha to feel very highly emotional shit. And she grew up in an era of peace, so she's extra sensitive. Yeah, like I think she should have more time to grow and mature and become a woman. So if she does have those volatile tendencies that's prone to Uchiha,
like almost
at the least,
had.
at the very least, it can be tempered by the mind of a mature, grown woman with life experience. At the very least, it can be tempered by that and not the immaturity of a teenage girl. So yeah, I'll go with Konohamaru.
The fourth Raikage was about to lose both his hands before the war even started. What are we talking about with emotional maturity? Like,
wait. I'm not. We're talking about that in contrast to the topic, man. Which is she the most qualified? I'm not saying she's my favorite character. I want her to become Hokage, just not yet. I don't think Naruto was qualified because he was the strongest in the fucking world when he was 17-year-old. Oh, let's just make him Hokage. No, they had to groom him for the role for years.
Yeah. I feel like Sarada's been grooming for years, though. I feel like Sarada has been grooming for Hokage.
Have you seen it though?
Yes.
Give me an example. I've heard her say she wanted to.
When she trained with Naruto, when she visited Naruto in the Hokage's office,
when she visited him in the Hokage's office, they all wait. So how many Shinobi visit the Hokage in the Hokage's office?
How much of them go there to actually? How much of them go there to actually view the Hokage to actually become the Hokage?
Like, how do you know that's what's being done?
Because she literally said it every time. How do we not know that she wants to become the Hokage?
Wait, how's that her being groomed? We know she wants to become Hokage, so she watches how Hokage move. How's that her being groomed like how Naruto was groomed? They literally put that boy in a classroom and had him study for years. They had him teach classes and like the whole machine. The machine was fully behind Naruto. I'm not talking about somebody who has aspirations to do a thing, who wants to watch the person who they admire and then see what like little tidbits they can ascertain.
She actually studied as well. Like that's not the only she did. But the reason why I feel like she would be the best choice is because she is immune to omnipotence. Shikamaru himself doesn't even trust himself in the same room as Ada. Like, what are we talking about here?
I mean, I disagree.
He doesn't even think he could stay in the same room and have a coherent conversation with Ada. She has no malicious intent towards the Hidden Leaf Village. Imagine if someone did.
I've given you the most practical argument I can. If you don't agree, we're not gonna go nowhere. So we can move on.
Not yet. This is where we understand our disagreements. But I'm just saying the reason why I feel like she would be the best is because omnipotence. I feel like omnipotence is probably gonna have a significant role in the series of TBV. So because of that, I think she'd be the smartest choice. And I'll say this, if she isn't, there's going to be a problem that arises where that Hokage is going to be the focal point of it. Facts.
So why don't they just make her Hokage now?
They should. I said chapter 20.
But then I'm saying, like, why do you think they won't? Like,
because what you're saying, she's an umbilical cord merchant.
So do you think that's so? I'm just saying, like, these boomers with all them like decades of experience have arrived at the conclusion that she's not a suitable candidate for Kage. Do you think there's something to that, or you think you know better? Or
absolutely, we found out that with the elders don't know shit back in the pain arc. We found out already. We know this already. Like, they were taking orders from Danzo. What are we doing here?
I mean, Danzo been running shit for a good couple of 100 years, so I don't know, bro.
Even more reason to believe that they don't know the best for the Hidden Leaf Village.
Like, they not stupid. Don't get it twisted. Those old bastards ain't stupid. They just selfish. But even them, they can be convinced to do some good shit. Because I've seen it in Shippuden by Tsunade.
Right. Tsunade had to yoke someone up for them to trust Naruto.
I mean, they old,
that's why they're not going to select Sarada. That's why I believe.
No, but what I'm saying is, I think that we should take their wisdom into consideration. Listen, chapter 1, when I saw Sarada yelling and cursing at the leaks that are cursing, but the official didn't. She just called them fools. But when I saw her yelling, I was like, oh yeah, she just hella immature, which I like because again, she's gonna get like Zenkai boost because she's an Uchiha. But she's not emotionally stable enough to be Hokage. What the fuck?
I feel like she's probably emotionally stable, more emotionally stable than probably 50% of the Kages that ever existed.
Okay. We disagree. We just disagree.
We can go down the list of them. like we can go down the list of them.
Okay, bar argumentative tonight. Okay, bro, got some of that secret stuff from Space Jam. You got some of that secret stuff, bar.
Well, no, every time I upload videos, I get more knowledge about Boruto. I get more confident in my arguments. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much it. I uploaded a video about how Sarada should become Hokage, so I did do a bit of research on that.
So I'm kind of contradicting your newest drop. So now you got I got you got to defend it. Okay.
Well, no, not really. I feel like most people disagree.
I didn't know.
No, I feel like most people disagree with the fact that Sarada should become Hokage. That's why I like that take.
So, regarding one of your videos, when do you guys think Sarada will get her Mangekyo?
The next Hidari fight, I think.
Probably. I would say this fight that she's about to have, because it looks like they need to bring the minimum. Like we need to bring just enough to win, but not enough to draw the attention of Jura. So they clearly can win. Otherwise, they wouldn't have sent them. And we already know how Boruto feels about Sarada, his master's daughter. So I don't think Koji's setting Sarada up to die or anything like that. Boruto just wouldn't have it. So that team can win. We already know that. Given it's one, if it's one, they definitely can win. If it's two, then they can definitely win too. But somebody losing an arm, somebody losing a leg, they're gonna barely scrape by. And I think that's the point. And I think if that's the case, then Sarada needs to bring to bear everything she got. If she doesn't use Mangekyo and they're still enough to barely win, that girl's nasty powerful. She probably has the biggest glow up out of any character in the entire franchise. If she can fight at this level without using Mangekyo against two Shinju, even on a team, that's nasty work.
Yeah, true. I'd agree. To be honest, I doubted that they'd even stand a chance against the Shinju until I went back and watched the Boro fight. I feel like that kind of opened my eyes to where, all right, and now I could trust like the future generation against like these god level characters. So they could probably win. The thing that I'm going to be looking forward to, Kashin Koji said that if Jura pops out, run on sight. I feel like that opens the door for other Shinju to be there. So of course, if Hidari hypothetically finds out his target is on the battlefield with other Shinju and he could just instantaneously transport there, I feel like that's extremely likely. I think that if that happens, Sarada could possibly have her Mangekyo Sharingan pop up at that particular time. I wouldn't be opposed to that, to be honest. I like it. What do you think, Free Game?
When her Mangekyo pop up, I don't think it's going to be during the Hidari fight. I think it's going to be something that like triggers some type of her emotion. I think it's going to be a time period where Boruto actually like really lets her know what's going on with her dad.
That's probably when she becomes a singularity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That could be that. That could be that. And she essentially sees all the future things that's essentially going to go wrong. My thing, I feel like what's going to be big in the next chapter, Kashin Koji is going to get significantly more important. One of the things that he said in the last chapter, and this right here, in my personal opinion, was like a given, but like one of the things he said in the last chapter really had me think. He said either one of the Shinju are going to show up or two of the Shinju are going to show up. And he essentially said the names Ryu and Matsuri. That right there makes me believe that right now, because two Shinju essentially show up to the battlefield, the possibilities that he's now looking at, like it's slimmer. So now his predictions are going to be significantly more accurate. Not only that, he told Shikamaru to send two sand ninjas. He didn't say send Araya and Yodo. So like now all he's looking at is the possibilities or the futures with two Shinju on the battlefield and Araya and Yodo on the battlefield. So I feel like that significantly like makes his prediction significantly more accurate. I feel like he's going to become a more important character because of that. So yeah.
Remind me, who's Araya and Yodo?
The sand ninja.
I'm bad with these names, bro.
the sand ninja that's on the battlefield, bro.
Oh, okay. So, do you think that Kashin Koji ever going to interject himself into like one of these battles since he saw the future?
It's possible.
Next chapter, possibly.
Yeah, it's possible. He might see a future where the only possible way to get out of it is when he actually does help. the reason why I feel like it'd probably be like the last case scenario or like worst case scenario, it'd be because like he knows the future. I feel like he's like one of the most important people to this storyline. So like if he dies, then we just have no more roadmap of like the future, and that just essentially just plays into the hands of jurors. So I feel like he's gonna stay in the backfield or stay in the back and hidden for as long as he possibly can. It's probably why he doesn't want anybody to know about his whereabouts, even people in the Hidden Leaf Village. Now he's not even really trying to tell him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. My bad. Hold on. Oh, I didn't even notice Mello said be right back. My fault. I was waiting for him to put a response. My fault. Oh shit. Shit. Oh fuck.
Well, what's it called? Well, since we got like a break in the intermission, I have like an idea on how Boruto can easily become an Otsutsuki god. Probably within the next 24 chapters. Easily. He has a mechanic in Momoshiki's Rinnegan to where he can create essentially chakra fruits.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he could go around to pretty much anywhere and just create a bunch of chakra fruits and then essentially steal their abilities and even multiply their abilities. And that's essentially what the Otsutsuki god did. He went to plenty of planets, got a bunch of abilities, and of course leveled himself up to the point where he was actually a god. Momoshiki has that ability. If you recall, like when he was essentially like absorbing chakra from, I believe, the A-Tails, Killer B, like he created a bunch of chakra pills, and that right there wasn't necessarily like a lot of chakra because that, of course that was Killer B's tail, but the more chakra that actually comes, like of course it becomes like a fruit, and of course the more stuff is in there. Like for example, when he absorbed Kenshiki had significantly more chakra than, let's say, the stuff that he absorbed from Killer B, and that right there was like an actual fruit. I feel like if Boruto can actually go to places and absorb their abilities and not necessarily kill them to the point where he actually kills them, I feel like that could easily level up Boruto to an Otsutsuki god, and he doesn't even have to kill people. He could just absorb their abilities.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but I think that's against his character because, like, in the beginning, I think that was like focused on like the ninja tools, and they made a comparison to how like the Otsutsuki use like chakra pills and stuff like that, and they said it was like similar to kind of like ninja tools and stuff like that. And Boruto kind of like ex-nayed the ninja tools type thing. So I don't think that's a part of his character to do something like that to be.
I disagree. I disagree. A couple of reasons. There's a difference. I feel like Momoshiki had a bunch of abilities, but he didn't know how to use them. Whereas Boruto, he'll get taught an ability and he'll perfect it. Like Sasuke taught him everything with the Uchiha.
What you mean he didn't know how to use it, bro? He used a Rasengan without training. He made it very different variants, like off the top of the head.
Not true, but he doesn't necessarily use it to the fullest. Like even during that time, like the only reason why he really uses it was one, because he didn't necessarily have his own abilities. He didn't really have his Rinnegan. Like I feel like if he had like his full body, he wouldn't even try to use the Rinnegan, even though he had that ability. Like when he fought against Naruto and Sasuke, I feel like he had a bunch of abilities that he just didn't use. Like for example, shadow paralysis. He could use shadow paralysis at any given time when they were both like essentially like blitzing him. He never really tried to use it until like afterwards when once he got hit with that vanishing Rasengan and then he came back. Like stuff like that. Like whereas Boruto, if Boruto gets that ability, he's going to train where every time that he can use hypothetically a shadow paralysis jutsu, he's going to use it. Like for example, right now with the Flying Rising, he was just taught it immediately, and then he perfected it. Same thing with the Uzihiko, I believe. And of course, we don't really know how he learned that, but I feel like he was probably just told it, and then he just perfected it.
Whereas, so, for instance, sorry, go ahead.
Whereas like Momoshiki, if he gets taught something, he won't necessarily perfect it. Like he didn't even really know the name of the Rasengan when he used it the first time, even though he knows how to do it because he has like a million years of experience. I don't think he fully has like the timing of like a shadow paralysis if he steals it. Whereas Boruto, because he'll train with it, he'll have the timing down pat.
I mean, in a sense of like a choreographed fight, maybe he'll have the like upper hand, but like you said, he has 1,000 years of battle experience. Maybe he didn't think he needed to use shadow paralysis in a time period that you're talking about during the fight in the movie. I don't think that Boruto, as far as like being battle adept, is better than Momoshiki as far as like his experience goes.
No, I don't think
because
so.
He made the Rasengan, he made the big ball Rasengan, he made the Rasengan where he compressed it. Like he was doing things that would have took Boruto like maybe weeks to perfect or come up with. Like I know he came up with different types of Rasengans, but he had to practice to do it. Whereas Momoshiki didn't have to do no type of practice to even like, you know, to do it. I don't know what do you mean by he isn't using the ability to the like its fullest capability, because it seems like he is.
No, there's a difference between mastering a move and mastering when to use it. Like mastering in battle, like when you can actually do things and when you can actually do stuff. I feel like Momoshiki, if you taught him like again, shadow paralysis, he just absorbed it. He just never really used it when he needed to. And again, you could say he believed he didn't need to, but if that's the case, that just means that the 1,000 years of battle experience wasn't that good because he obviously did need to use it because he got clapped. He got saved.
His 1,000 years of battle experience, he never came across anybody who used shadow paralysis. Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. But again, it's just like he knew what it did because when he used it, like it did what he wanted to do, but he just did it like at the wrong time. Like he could have done it like 50 times before and just ended the battle. But it's like he never really practiced, and like I don't even think he would even practice and perfect it, because even the stuff that Urashiki stole is in his pouch, like he barely used the stuff. Like he always fell back on stuff that he did. Whereas if Boruto gets taught something, he's going to use that thing. Whereas, like, in my personal opinion, if he does become an Otsutsuki god, he's going to be stronger than the previous Otsutsuki god, because I feel like he's going to actually utilize the abilities.
I don't know, bro. I don't know about Otsutsuki god, but I hear your argument though. I just don't agree with it. We can just agree to disagree, because I don't think that's in Boruto's character to do that.
I disagree. I think he already did it with Kashin Koji.
What do you mean by that?
Kashin Koji just gave him all the keys, gave him all the abilities.
If you recall, I know what you're saying, but like he trained to do that. What you're talking about is stealing abilities and being able to use them without training.
No, even if he steals the abilities and he has it, he still won't perfect it. Like again, that's what Momoshiki does. Like he still doesn't perfect it. Like, he doesn't know the timing. Like Boruto would train with this stuff. Boruto would perfect all the jutsus that he steals, quote unquote. And I feel like that would make him stronger than all the other characters. Like again, Urashiki had a bunch of abilities in that pouch that he just never used. Why? Because I feel like he never trained with them. Whereas Boruto, he trained with everything.
Yeah, sure. But still, I don't know. I don't agree.
I see what you mean. Mel, I see you came back. What I was saying, I feel like Boruto is probably going to eventually become the Otsutsuki god because of the mechanic in Momoshiki's Rinnegan. I feel like he's going to eventually go around and absorb a bunch of abilities, probably even Shinjutsu, and eventually make it his own by training with it. And probably even be stronger than the original Otsutsuki god, because I feel like the original Otsutsuki god is probably like Momoshiki and Urashiki, where they have all these abilities, but they barely use it.
I'm sorry, when do you think this is going to happen?
Probably end of the series, I give it. Where I feel like Boruto's got a couple more let's say powers before he gets the Rinnegan. Probably Karma Seal, Drogon. Probably get those first.
Do you think the Otsutsuki god is going to be an actual foe that's defeated and conquered and surpassed, or is it going to be like the Otsutsuki setting up for this trilogy or whatever comes after Boruto?
No, I see him as like Hagoromo. Probably not giving Boruto a power, but like that elder statesman.
Okay. Well, if you say end of series, then yeah, sure, maybe. Excuse me. Depending on how far we get, yeah, sure. But if it's like anytime soon, absolutely not. But yeah, no, I don't think I disagree. I think you can pretty much do anything in the series. I mean, I would have Sarada as the Hokage at the end of the series. Hopefully she's like, 20 at least, 19, 20, 21, probably somewhere around there. Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Yeah. But in my personal opinion, I feel like Boruto, and I feel like this is the reason why Boruto probably in his mind thinks he can't really become an Otsutsuki god. He probably thinks it's going to bring a whole bunch of damage and destruction. But Momoshiki's Rinnegan, bro, he could steal abilities without killing anyone. I feel like that's like that's probably going to be significant in the future when there's like a bunch of Shinjutsu running around. Like once that happens and Boruto can steal Shinjutsu, I think it's going to get real spooky at that point.
Yeah, because that's what I've always said. Momoshiki has the better abilities out of, between him and Ishiki. Momoshiki's abilities are just nasty on paper. You should like have a distinct advantage over Ishiki, but they just don't ever really manifest his abilities in the way that they could. There's like definitely narrative limitations on what he can do. So I'm not sure how that's going to manifest itself. Maybe they do it. Maybe they could do what you're saying. Certainly could, but will they? Most likely not. So I don't know. Like it's like what's stopping him from turning Kawaki into a fruit? If like Momo takes over or whatever. Outside of like the utility he would serve as a sacrifice or as a brother or whatever.
No, I see what you mean. The only thing I'd say against that, I feel like Kinshiki gave himself up. Whereas like Naruto, like he didn't really give himself up. So Momoshiki couldn't really just turn him into a fruit. Momoshiki had to like sit there and absorb chakra.
So the ability takes consent into consideration?
I think so.
Okay.
That could be big for Boruto because Boruto's not going to go to like a foreign country or a foreign dimension and just like debo it. Like he's going to be like a nice guy and ask for jutsus.
Okay. That's interesting. It's weird. There's so many Otsutsuki abilities that don't work on Otsutsuki. I wonder why the whole turn you into fruit thing works. I don't know.
With Otsutsuki, I feel like they're in war with someone else. And I don't know who. I feel like eventually we're going to find out. Maybe it's the Ten Tails, honestly. But once that happens, everything's going to fall into place. Otsutsuki members can't kill other Otsutsuki members because they can't really deplete their forces. And of course, a lot of Otsutsuki abilities probably doesn't work on other Otsutsuki members because they aren't supposed to kill other Otsutsuki members. Remember, there was like that thing with Momoshiki. He was like, he's allowed to kill other Otsutsuki members, but Urashiki wasn't. I feel like that is probably going to play heavily into the reasonings.
Yeah, but like, why doesn't omnipotence work on other Otsutsuki? Like, so weird.
It's probably to manipulate the peasants, not the gods.
It's so like why does their own ability work on themselves? Like why can't he shrink himself, but he can't shrink other living beings? Like Sakuna Haikona is a Shinjutsu, right? Divine art. Yeah. So why can't he shrink his own body, but he can't shrink other living beings? It's kind of odd. Like I think this gets back to my crazy wild ass tinfoil hat, as Bar would say, theory that it's all just technology, man. It's all ones and zeros. I think they're coded that way. Certain techniques are coded a certain way, and I don't know. I just think it's all there, like code, delta, like all the little keywords that they use, the Ten Tails absorbing knowledge by some means, knowledge being stored and recorded by some means. It's all just pointing to like the whole simulation theory type beat. But I don't know. Maybe I'm off, way the hell off, but I think that's maybe a possibility. Yeah.
No, it ain't too crazy. Oh, one of the things that we were talking about while you was going, I feel like Kashin Koji is probably going to be significantly more important. One of the things that he said in the last chapter, or the stuff that he laid out in the last chapter, lets me believe that his predictions next chapter is going to be way more accurate. He said either Ryu is going to be there or Matsuri is going to be there, or both of them. Now, both of them showed up. Now he's only going to be looking at the future possibilities where both of them show up. Also, he only said to send 2 sand ninjas. He didn't say to send Araya and Yodo. So now all he's looking at is the future possibilities with both the Shinju and both Araya and Yodo there alongside that original team. So I feel like that's going to make his predictions way more accurate.
Interesting. So are you operating under the assumption that team can't win? Just out of curiosity, just maybe.
No, I think it can. Because Kashin Koji is the person who said it, I feel like he knows for a fact it will win. And if it doesn't, I feel like he knows the countermeasures to make sure that everybody is okay. I feel like he's just broken like that. To be honest, even in the next chapter, where if he sees like a possibility where, like, let's say Ada did this in this possibility, and that means that everyone's gonna die, or let's say Matsuri did this jutsu, and that means that Konohamaru might die in the next 30 seconds. he's probably gonna see that and probably like beam someone in, or probably have like a toad there or something like that, or even just have Boruto teleport there. Like if anything, like, I feel like stuff like that can't happen to where he just prevents anything from going wrong.
So who would you? So this team right here, do you think this team can defeat Jigen?
Jigen?
Yeah, Jigen.
I'm gonna say no. Jigen's a different guy because he was smart. These Shinju, I don't think they're smart.
You don't think so? Okay.
Yeah, like Jigen knew what a Susanoo was. Like Jigen knew some stuff. So like, even though he probably doesn't necessarily match up to the battle power of Ryu and Matsuri, because of like the series of Naruto, it's like not always that. I feel like Jigen could have finessed this team.
But Jigen been around for a long time, so from him knowing the Susanoo, it's probably just from him seeing stuff from the past events.
Wait, Ferdinand, what happened to your mic? The quality dipped.
It did?
Yeah. Sound like you're talking out the toilet now.
I don't know.
I only got my headphones on. It sounds the same to me.
Damn.
Is that better?
Oh, that's way better. What happened?
Yeah,
I had to turn it. My bad. I had it. It must have turned on accident.
Okay.
I had it. It's like, you know, the settings in the back where like it won't. Yeah. I ain't going to explain for it. Go ahead.
So do you think this team here can defeat Momoshiki Fused?
Yeah, I say it. Yeah.
What
probably.
team?
The team that's about to go up against Ryu and Mitsuri. So Sarada, Mitsuki, Konohamaru, Yodo, and Araya.
There's like a lot of unknowns with there. So exactly. And that makes me believe that yeah, they could do it. Again, when I look back at that Boro fight, I was not trusting the new generation to save Naruto at all. I had absolutely no faith. They proved me wrong. So like I can't necessarily say it won't happen here, especially because we don't really know exactly how strong Ryu and Matsuri are. It can't just
I mean, you have an inkling of an idea. She was able to beat Gaara and Shinki. I say you have an inkling of an idea because she was able to beat Gaara and Shinki.
She didn't technically beat Shinki.
That. Like,
all right, well, Gaara at least.
Yeah, Gaara definitely. She packed Gaara.
She packed Gaara. I mean, even though we didn't get to see it on screen, I mean, you can just assume that she packed up Gaara.
So
like
she's
she
like
was a robot to be reckoned with.
So she's like a little bit stronger than Urashiki.
A little bit stronger than Urashiki?
I mean, it looked like it was a low diff. And Gaara can't even touch Urashiki. So I mean, he had the one tails. He was in the desert, and bro still walked away clean.
Yeah, Gaara was a low diff for both of them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She'd essentially be like right there, right?
It just depends on like if you're measuring how much information you have to work with. Like Urashiki, at least you see him dodging and flying around. Like he's putting a little bit more effort than her just off-panel feat that you never see.
So. I hope they animate the fight and don't give us no BS like they did with Urashiki.
I mean, they have to. Like, there's so little content to work with if they do.
They have to do a lot of things that
they don't do. Thing, bro. They hurt my feelings with that Urashiki thing. Bro, the whole entire lore with Urashiki was that he has the exact same Rinnegan as Sasuke. And everybody wanted to see that battle. Wait, how in the world do they have that battle happen off screen?
Wait. He has the same Rinnegan as Sasuke? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Tomo Rinnegan, I believe.
Oh, I thought you meant like
the red one. The red one. He had the red Tomo Rinnegan.
I thought you meant like they. I thought you meant by that like they had the same abilities. My bad.
Well, we thought they did at the point. We didn't know. All we seen was Urashiki open his eyes. He turned it from a Byakugan to a red Rinnegan with Tomos. It's like, and he just disappeared. And it's like, bro,
they would go back in time and stuff like that, or into the future, or some shit like that.
Yeah, that was a time. Do that was a time slip. But when we first seen the Rinnegan, that was during a tuning exam. And remember, the tuning exam to like the time slip arc was like almost like damn near 100 episodes. So for 100 episodes, we've seen Urashiki with a red Rinnegan looking similar to Sasuke's with Tomos, and we've all been hyping up that battle for almost 2 years, and then it happens off screen, bro. I was pissed.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't remember the hype for that fight.
I don't remember the hype for it.
To be honest, Baru was a content. Baru was a content creator before me, so he probably was talking that way before I got on. Because I came in when Kawaki.
And he'd be on the X. He'd be on X real heavy with the Boruto community too.
Yeah, so you probably have your ear to the ground like we don't.
The Urashiki versus Sasuke theory. The Urashiki versus Sasuke theory video, I believe, arguably like a top 5 video watch wise, like on my channel. Like I think it has like 500,000, something like that. Like or at least close to that. Like, and that was like when it first happened, like during the tunings.
Let me hold like $20, bro.
Let
me hold $20, 500,000 views. I know you got.
Bro, that was during the apocalypse. I got like $20.
Oh shit, for real? Damn.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They said it's about to be another apocalypse
for Twitch.
What?
Yeah, that's for Twitch.
Oh, for Twitch.
Yeah, it's looking bad
Twitch,
over there. For
Twitch paid me out one time, so fuck that. I don't care. It's fine.
Man, I'm about to get monetized on Twitch. I'm about to start gaming on that motherfucker.
So
watch out for that. I'm gonna drop my link so y'all can game soon.
So
me and Bar gotta get Call of Duty in too though, because he got Xbox.
I got the old generation.
Wait, okay, go ahead.
Kaguya.
What about her?
Is this team defeating Kaguya?
Yeah. What? Dog walking.
So she teleported into a different dimension. What they doing besides falling?
Like they probably got teleportation. Come on, bro.
Mitsuki probably. Okay. All right. So Madara.
Yeah. The only thing about Madara is I feel like she's smart. He's smarter than Kage. I know people are like, "How you think about Kage?" I mean, how'd you not think about Kage, but you're thinking about Madara? Madara's a different guy. Like Madara's a different guy. Like what? In which Madara? The what's it called? Madara?
Just like the last one we saw, like 3 eyes, Jubi. He comes crashing down, but we never see him fight really. But you know,
yeah. I don't know. I feel like Kage's raw strength stronger than Madara, but Madara's battle tactics, like him being like a genius, I feel like that could probably like make him a tougher opponent.
All right, last one. Akatsuki.
What are they doing?
The whole Akatsuki.
Hold on, before you go to the Akatsuki, what are they doing if Kaguya sends them to the dimension with the heavy gravity and she hits him with the bone, killing Ash Jutsu? How did they get around that?
I feel like Mitsuki got time, space, and ninjutsu. But if she's gonna do the Obito cheese, like
you just making shit up, bro.
No, he does.
I'm just making stuff up. The reason why I say is because
jutsu.
The reason why I say is because Mitsuki is like a synthetic human being, and we talked about like scientific technology. Like he'd be like perfect person to just lob all the abilities into. We never really got to see like all of his abilities in Sage mode, so I feel like he could have time.
For what we know now, don't just be throwing in shit and just give people abilities they don't have that we don't know about. How are they getting around that without you making up a certain?
No, yeah, as I said, if she's going to do the Obito hacks, yeah, it's clipped. I guess if they don't have time, space, and jutsu, and Obito just like, or let's say Kage just puts him in a different dimension, I don't see how she wins. Like, I guess if that's the case, Obito beats Naruto. Right?
What you mean?
Obito beats Naruto if he just puts him in another dimension.
Oh yeah, I mean if he's fast enough to get it off, yeah. I mean Naruto could always just like summon Gamabunta and reverse summon, but they're too retarded to like do that. So
I mean Mitsuki is a genius. He does have the snakes from Mount Miyaboku.
Yeah, that's the one thing I said. Like he does have a summoning. But he summons like small snakes. I've never seen Mitsuki summon like a big snake.
I don't think it needs to be big for like a reverse summon though.
I mean, I guess you would like have to hop in its mouth or something.
Oh, and Sarada has a contract with Mount Miyaboku. Now, but I mean the Ryuchi Cave.
Does she?
I believe she had like a summoning jutsu with like the
That's Boruto.
Yeah.
No, Boruto had Gattaca.
No, but I feel like Sarada had like one that's like because that was
he died.
He died. Oh,
yeah,
never mind. Yeah,
protecting Sarada.
Oh damn, for you right. Yo, I
Yeah,
really
I
gotta
don't remember.
rewatch that series, bro. I gotta rewatch this stuff.
I didn't even know she had a contract with them. That's crazy.
She didn't have a contract with them. He just remembered her as being Sasuke's daughter.
So Iota or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he died.
He died in Boruto.
Bro, we gotta watch this stuff.
When Sasuke summoned them with the new 3-way deadlock in the war arc.
Yeah, you remember?
Yo, he died in bro. That's crazy. I don't even remember that.
In an anime canon, by the way. So like we gotta put respect on anime canon, please.
Yo, I gotta actually look at that up. That snake was cool as shit. He was always respectful to Sasuke and shit.
So you didn't
fact check me because I be getting up there, so I might be remembering incorrectly, but I believe that snake that died.
This is early Boruto. We were just talking about how y'all weren't too tapped in. This was like right after the.
I watched Boruto. I watched every episode. Bart, I told you before me and you did the podcast, I used to watch the episodes and watch your reviews afterwards.
I'm saying y'all weren't like creators then. Like I feel like creators will probably remember it more because they talked about it. They made videos about it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like I'd probably forget some stuff about Naruto Shippuden. Or like Naruto Part 1, like more than about Boruto.
So Ryzen in chat says he didn't die. He was injured, and Sarada didn't want him to die.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember something.
I gotta rewatch it. We just gotta rewatch it at this point.
Yeah, for sure. But as far as this chapter goes, did we ever give?
Wait. Akatsuki.
So sorry. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you was going to Akatsuki.
I feel like I'm different than a lot of the creators with Akatsuki power rankings. It's Naruto, bro. There's gonna be some hacks mechanic that someone's gonna find in the Akatsuki that just ends the battle, bro. I'm sorry. I know the idea is that Madara beats the Akatsuki, Kage beats the Akatsuki. If it's 1 versus 10 hacks, guys, bro, this is Naruto. It's not Dragon Ball Z, bro. I'm sorry.
Who do you think? Who do you think though? It's you. Any other creator.
Obito has techniques that would be efficient today, like in TBV.
Facts.
Like stuff like that. Like pain could snatch people's souls out their body. Like imagine he catches someone off guard.
Yeah.
Like
wait, so you have the Akatsuki winning.
No, if it's 5v, matter of fact, yeah. Because I don't know about Arayo and Yodo yet. I feel like that's like a mystery. I trust Mitsuki. I trust Sarada. I wouldn't trust Konohamaru.
Why?
So that's pretty much the only 2 I trust against because hacks is like a big thing in Naruto. If it's just like, hey, Momoshiki, speed and strength, it's a different thing.
Is there anybody he would fight, Konohamaru, in the Akatsuki that would be a bigger threat than Jigen or Ishiki?
I mean, no, not really. But we're talking about him winning, right?
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like no matter what he's faced with, he's face down worse, is what I'm saying, and he's like lived through it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, given his like physical stats, given his, I mean, a lot. That's pretty much how you do live through those situations from the grace of something. But given his physical stats, like, you do agree, given his like feats in TBV, this guy is like ranking to the god tiers, right?
I mean, in specific things, I guess you could say that, yeah. But even
like
if you say, hey, like let's say speed wise or something like that, Rock Lee, you could argue was like god tier speed wise when he had his gate, same with Mike Guy, but they still get clapped by people way less stronger than god tier characters.
Well, god tier just means top tier given the era that we're dealing with. So who are you comparing Rock Lee's speed to? I mean, I guess relative to Gaara, who would be like top tier during the time, but he wouldn't be like god tier like Orochimaru at the time, I suppose. Like Hiruzen, Orochimaru.
Well, that would be a good one. Like, let's say Rock Lee was like, let's say had like Kage level speed, even though Gaara wasn't a Kage then, Gaara still claps him.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Like when Gaara fought against Rock Lee, Rock Lee, I feel like this is a conversation for a different time. But if Guard knew any taijutsu, he'd have destroyed Rock Lee way quicker. But even though he didn't know a lick of taijutsu, he didn't know a lick of any what of Rock Lee. Rock Lee had Kage level stats and things that Guard literally never did before. And he still.
Wait, you think Rock Lee had Kage level stats in that fight?
Absolutely, speed wise, yes. Absolutely,
I think so. Okay.
Yes.
You know that level of speed is like surpassed by like part just like the kids, like part 1 characters. Like Naruto, Sasuke, like they that level of speed isn't really all that. It looks amazing. It's like the Gate of Death, where you're like, oh man, he's moving so fast, he's warping reality around him, right? He's bending and warping like solid objects in space time. But like that level of speed wouldn't be able to keep up with like what Sarada did versus Hirari.
No, obviously the characters in Boruto are different. That's a different story. That's a different story. We understand. But I'm just saying, like, as like an idea, just because you're significantly higher in one stat and the other characters like has no stats in that, doesn't mean that's an automatic win.
No, I don't disagree. I mean, Naruto is definitely a hack-based series. I wouldn't necessarily. I think the best argument for the Akatsuki would definitely be the hack-based ones. And then maybe you can argue some character, right? Like maybe Sarada doesn't. She definitely wouldn't start the battle off with her Sharingan. I think that's pretty clear. And if she hit somebody with like I don't know, Hidan hit him with a Chidori, and she doesn't have any data on him. She thinks he's done. He just pops up and stabs her off guard. I can 100% see something like that happen with Sarada. But even though her like stats are just like godly, like something he can't even perceive of, like some characterization shit gets her an L. That's why I say I think she's slightly as strong as Uchiha, but I think she would still lose to Madara because she would just make bad assumptions. I think given her characterization and just start off in base and shit. But yeah, it's stuff like that. So matchups make fights pretty much in the simplistic version.
Yeah, I know it'll sound crazy. Hey, you say Kage is one. Like for example, like it works on our side as well. Same thing with the Bora fight. If it's just a 1v1 Bora versus everybody, I feel like Bora just smacks them. But because it's like a collective, they're working together. They have hack-based abilities. One guy has a Rasengan, the other person has a Sharingan. Like they're working together. And like one person has Chidori, so like stuff like that. Like the Akatsuki just has too much hacks, bro. They just got too much hacks. My guy's snatching souls out of people's body, judging people if they lie. What?
It's just too slow. It's just too slow. Yeah. Like they just get like all of them just get blitzed. It'd be like fucking
Mitsuki blitzed a couple of them on his own.
Like who? Let's name one. Well, let's name. We'll go hacks. We'll see if the hacks would cancel it out.
The only people I think, and I don't remember the description of Kamui. I think there's some descriptions that says it's like autonomous. I'm just going off of memory. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that shit is truly autonomous, it just triggers on its own, then I think speed wouldn't even be a factor unless you want to see you outspeed the activation of it. It's autonomous activation, which is interesting. But outside of that, like everybody else just gets murked. I mean, maybe Hidan and Kakazu can like surprise motherfucker. Like I'm not actually dead, but I'm pretty sure like what Data Dog is getting washed. Who else?
Data, yeah, easily.
The dude with the puppets, what's the name?
Sasori's getting washed.
Wash.
Oh, I don't know about that. Sasori got a lot of poison.
Bro,
Mitsuki is his best matchup.
Mitsuki, that's what I'm saying. Like Mitsuki with Mitsuki there, that shit ain't doing nothing, bro. Like,
but
it's likely that motherfucker got something for him.
Bro, I'm sure that Orochimaru made him immune to that whatever poison he has. That's old news.
I was thinking more of like if someone blitzed them. We were talking like speed stuff. Like let's say anyone other than Mitsuki. I feel like because that's probably like a hard counter. Like let's say Konohama tries to blitz Sasori. Like that's a body.
No, it wouldn't even be a try. Like he would just perception blitz, just giving his like confirmed speeds in TBV. Like bro, Sasori would be dead before he ever even knew what happened to him.
Before Konohama moves a muscle, he already has like a cloud of poison all over Konohama, bro. It's clipped already, bro. What are we doing here?
Jugo versus Sasori.
Before he even finds Sasori's real body, he has to get through dozens of puppets flooded with poison. Like, what are we doing?
Like, wait. One Rasengan, Wind-style Rasengan, offensive that he does in the anime. Like, one of those is the whole whatever area that they're in. Just understand that the terrain is about to look different.
Yeah, he literally has teammates, so you can't do that.
Well, okay, we can orchestrate the fight to where they branch off and he fights him. There you go. Like, it just depends on how you want to choreograph it. If you want to put the teammate in the way or get him out the way, like
Konohara is not winning a 1v1 versus Sasori. I'm drawing a line there. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding?
He's not.
I think he's not. I'm not even really.
I don't care about none of the Boruto feeds. He's not being Sasori. I'm sorry.
All right,
do you have an actual reason, or are you just like going off of vibes?
Hold on, let me ask him this though. Sasori versus Jugo, who winning?
I feel like Jugo would be too undisciplined to know all of Sasori's stuff. Like if Jugo ran into Sasori back in Shippuden, it's a body immediately. I'm sorry, Jugo's not beating Sasori. It's a body.
Bro, Berserk Jugo it's gonna be like how Hulk did Loki in the event.
Jugo won't even be able to decipher his real body. But it's a body.
Bro, bro, none of that shit matters, bro. Like I'm telling you, none of that shit matters, bro. That dude's he's gonna blitz the fuck out of him, tear those little puppets up. It's over, bro.
Dragon Ball Z.
But a lot of those fights are like Dragon Ball, bro. I mean, like, what does he have? Like poison, like iron, sand shit. Like none of that shit's getting like the version of Jugo Konohamaru fought in Boruto. Bro, come on, man.
Bro, Konohamaru doesn't have the hacks that Sasori has. It's not the same. It's not.
I'm not saying he doesn't have, like, Konohamaru is more of a Naruto type fighter, except he's just more like he's more intelligent.
I feel it could be, but I feel like Jugo would be a terrible matchup against Sasori. Like even Yodo, like baby Yodo, fought against Sarada during a tuning exam, and he wasn't even on the battlefield. It was his puppet. Like Jugo is not going to be able to decipher that. I'm sorry, he's not.
I don't, bro. See, I'm not like some like prolific power scaler. I don't really get too deep into it. I just look at where the data takes me, bro. I don't think you know how to scale at all, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That's crazy. That's why I'm like that's why I'm asking like do you have like an actual reason for your takes about Konohamaru, or is it just like the memes were really good 5 years ago and they still hitting?
Well, no. The Konohamaru stuff, I feel like they just written him bad. You're right. Konohamaru is arguably that good. Absolutely, he's that good, but we just don't know because they just do a bad job of showing it. They're trash.
So do you disregard? Wait, so do you disregard the feats against Hirari?
I mean, again, like you're gonna say that, but in the audience, they're gonna have to go back and really like remember it. Like they don't do a good job of writing him at all.
No, but
so I guess
but do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember it. But again, this is going to happen, and people are going to say he got a power up out of nowhere. This happens with a lot of Boruto characters.
But that's why we are here as content. That's why we're here as content creators to guide them down the correct path, like Koji. Okay, so we remember. So since we remember, I'm asking you, based upon the feats that he has against Hirari, does that not like? Are you saying like that level of power is relative to fucking Sasori from Shippuden?
Yeah, we literally just explained it. Guard didn't do any taijutsu in his life and beat Rock Lee.
Okay.
Like just if you're just outpacing someone in one stat doesn't mean it's an instant win. In my personal opinion,
like
that's how I feel like that
barely.
Wait, so I'm not saying. So what's the one stat that Konohamaru's outpacing Sasori in? Do you think?
Probably speed.
Okay, so do you think Konohamaru has an offensive potency that can bypass Sasori's durability? With the understanding the elemental Rasengans and all the other variants that he has.
Again,
never mind his fire style, shadow clone jutsu, ash something, whatever the fuck, all that bullshit.
You remember what Sasori was, right? He was like a scroll in a bunch of puppets. It's not like you just like snap your fingers and find the actual spot and just kill Sasori like that. He's not gonna have it that easy.
The way I see this fight going is that like Konohamaru is so exponentially faster and his AP is so exponentially higher than Sasori's durability. He just perception blitz with a Rasengan in his GG. So,
right, one
what do you think happened?
More.
No. When I say him
poison,
when I say it's him versus
poison clouds.
What I'm saying is him versus Sasori. It's him versus Sasori. Not him versus Sasori, who's hiding behind a puppet. It's Sasori, and then they got to get their shit off when the battle starts.
But that's Sasori. That's Sasori. Sasori is the puppets. That's his thing.
For the purpose of doing the versus battle, I'm trying to ascertain who would actually win, because it sounds like you're trying to like write it in a narrative way that saves Sasori. Like, oh yeah, he got perception blitz, he got destroyed, but it was only his puppet that got hit.
We talk about hacks in every single thing, in almost every single power scaling battle. Like how are you going to get past the Yadamir? How are you going to get past the Susanoo?
Yadamir, I go around it
a lot. We always talk about hacks.
I just spin around it. The Yadamir. Mm-hmm. There you go. I just fucking go around it. Yeah, what the fuck? No, I just go around it. I'm so fast. I just go around it. Yeah.
I see what you mean, but I view Sasori's puppets as his ability. Like that's him. He literally lives inside of a puppet. Okay, so you can't really separate his puppets from him.
So do you agree that Konohamaru is faster than Sasori?
Yeah.
Okay, so it don't matter if he's tagging his puppets or tagging Sasori. Like he'll wipe out all his puppets. He's at that level of speed.
It does. If he gets hit the wrong way, he dies off poison. That's the thing. He has to be significantly accurate with all the strikes, significantly accurate with all his movements. It's not just speed and strength in Naruto.
But how does he get hit? He's exponentially faster.
Poison cloud.
Okay, so how does he get that off when he's getting blitzed?
He's going to be blitzing the wrong puppet, poison cloud. As soon as he hits that puppet, poison cloud. So he hits that puppet's poison needles, spraying out.
Wait. So we blitz the puppet. It's not the real guy. Okay, cool, fine. He's hiding. Yeah. And then he squirts some mist or some shit like the Joker squirts acid from his flower lapel or wherever the fuck. Okay, he does something like that. Konohamaru sees the shit because obviously the projectile is not working, bro. Like he's not getting hit by your fucking projectile. He's gonna blitz this. Your smoke, maybe you could say that this can cover it.
Dodge all the projectiles.
So you think the projectiles are faster than Sasori?
Sasori is a master in surprise attacks. Like he's not like just, hey, you see me come. No, things gonna be popping out of the sand. Like hacks is not just speed and strength.
Bro couldn't even match. He couldn't match the speed of highly suppressed Sakura, who had a majority of her chakra being siphoned off of the Byakugo seal at the start of the series.
Sasori is fighting against Sakura plus the person who taught him puppetry. That's completely
no. I'm saying when Sakura was not being puppeteered, there were moments where Sakura was not being puppeteered. There are plenty of moments where she's evading projectiles and dodging attacks coming her way without being puppeteered by Lady Chiyo.
And there's also times where Granny Chiyo literally saved her life by blocking things that she didn't see.
Yes. Okay. Wait. So we're dealing with
master of surprise attacks.
Lady Chiyo level speed.
Hmm?
So Lady Chiyo is fast enough. So is Lady Chiyo faster than Sakura?
Her chakra strings probably. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think Konohamaru's faster than Lady Chiyo?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so he's gonna be like the fastest motherfucker there. I get what you're saying. Sasori can't win on stats. He has to win on tactics, correct?
But that's every fight that Sasori has been in.
Wait, I don't deny that. Remember, I had the fight with Sasori standing in front of Konohamaru as fair as possible in the open field, and or whatever the fuck, and then they start, and then they have to get their shit off in real time. Now, remember, that's my simple normal.
It's gonna be a puppet right under Konohamaru's feet, ready for him to move.
Wait.
Bro, Sasori is not your regular ninja.
But you're orchestrating. This want to be clear. You're orchestrating and editing and tailoring this hypothetical to suit you, so that's fine. I'm going with it.
No,
so
it's what Sasori does. In all Sasori's battles, he had puppets hiding under the ground. You know, this is what Sasori does.
Okay. So Konohamaru uses his wind style Rasengan, blows the fucking terrain away, including the terrain underneath their feet. Like, what happens? Like, he's too powerful. He's too fast.
He has more puppets. It's summonings. It's not just they're laying all over the floor. He has summoning
all these puppets. Wait, okay. Base Sarada is dodging projectiles from Sasori without the help of Lady Trio. So we understand the levels of speed in which you need to have in order to dodge projectiles from Sasori.
Sasori literally used to throw out attacks anticipating a dodge. Like he's not expecting every single attack he throws to hit. He knows that's not the case. That's why he mastered surprise attacks.
Okay. So his shit gets blitzed. Remember, we have actual wait. We have actual characterization and situations and context where Konohamaru actually is reacting to a character who's trying to off guard him. Hidari does this shit twice. Hidari tries to pop up behind him, off guard him. He sees it, perceives it, is quick enough to blah blah. You know the rest, right? And then also he tries to sneak attack. He tried to sneak attack Boruto. Yeah, it'd just be more to see. Yeah. And more to blitz.
Things that he doesn't.
It's not even going to be a problem.
But that's the thing. More things he doesn't see.
So what we have, I got you. So what we have here is you prescribing things to a character, right? In this hypothetical scenario, and that's fine. I have what the character actually does. The character deals very well post time skip is the character we're talking about, as well as part one. Character actually deals very well with sneak attacks. So
Sasori actually does well with people faster than him.
To this extent, man, to understand, we're talking about beyond Jigen levels of speed. We're talking about beyond 6-path levels of speed.
I disagree heavily.
Wait. So Hidari is not beyond 6-path levels of speed. Not beyond Jigen levels of speed.
Well, no, 6 paths, absolutely. What you said, Jigen level. That's what I was holding.
Okay. Well, let's stop at 6 paths. Okay, that's fine. We agree on 6 paths. So you're saying Sasori can contend with a 6-path tier combatant at that level of speed?
If it's just speed, circumstances? Yes. If it's just speed and no other 6-path abilities, absolutely yes.
Oh my god! Do you understand the tier difference between 6 paths and like everybody else? Like Prime EMS, no 6 paths, EMS, KCM2, Naruto, and Sasuke pale in comparison. Pale to their 6-path counterpart. Do you understand the tier difference? We don't even
know if Konohamaru can change directions correctly. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like,
we do. Wait. Everything you're saying doesn't make sense because Konohamaru was turned around. He literally had to turn his entire. Wait, you asked the question. I'm answering. He literally was off guarded, attempted with a Chidori strike from a god tier Hidari. This dude was fast enough to turn his entire body around, turn directions, and get a jutsu off that was the appropriate amount of power and the correct jutsu, because his cognitive ability, the speed in which he processed what jutsu to use versus what attack is coming his way. All of this shit was godly, insane levels. And he does the shit again when Boruto and Sarada are trying to find out where Hidari is, and bro tries to sneak attack him. Bro does it again. And he in one panel, he's over there with Himawari, and the next panel, bro is on the battlefield. Bro had to go from off battlefield onto the battlefield and was faster than Hidari can get a sneak attack off. Konohamaru is nasty. And this is plus 6 pass tiers of speed, AP, durability. What are you talking about?
I got data over Konohamaru.
You got a what?
I got data over Konohamaru. I got some of the outside of the Kano organization over. I got Garo over Konohamaru.
No, you trolling. I don't even take you seriously anymore, bro.
Bro, y'all still talking about this?
Comes out in the next chapter and does something to Matsuri, I'm ranting. Facts. Because it makes no sense. It doesn't.
For game, it's content. It's money. if we ever find a way to clip anything that we've done in the last month, but
yeah.
Okay.
I got a question for you guys.
For a fact, he's not good
here. Do y'all if y'all can pick any characters that Boruto.
What's up, kiddo? My bad.
Where's kiddo?
Oh, he's in my chat. He said in stream.
Oh, tell him to join. Hey, kiddo, I'll send you the link. If you can pick any characters in Boruto that he can take with him to make his own version of Taka, who would it be?
Not Konohamaru.
Bro, you are a hater, bro.
How we get back to Konohamaru?
No, facts. I am hating. I'm hating on his character for a fact because the writers haven't done him garbage. They've done him. For a fact, I'm hating on him. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? This is Konohama we talking. Why wouldn't I? Bro, he was in the series.
Bar, relax.
Bro, no, bro, I'm not. Bro, all of a sudden he's getting clapped by. He's getting clapped by fodder, and he's
bro.
He's getting clapped by fodder, and all of a sudden
through this Konohama talk. Can I get the 3? Can we answer the question?
Just let him get it out of his system. We'll clip it, make it content. We'll add it to the yeah. What did you ask? Like, he got stumped by fodder. What fodder?
Oh, let me see that real quick. He was an
episode. You just be saying Naruto stuff, bro.
He was introduced in Naruto episode 2, bro.
Okay.
This is what we got to show for it, bro. He's trash, bro.
Whoa. Yes, God tier stronger than 6 pass tier combatants. Yeah, that's what we have to fucking show for it. And okay, next.
He's not.
No, you already agreed that he is. What are you talking about? He's not.
I said he has. If you want to say he got 6 pass speed, okay. You're not beating nobody. You're not beating Naruto 6 pass. You're not beating Madara 6 pass. You're not beating Obito 6 pass. He's getting clapped by all of them.
Is he beating?
He's getting dog walked by all of them. I'm sorry.
Bar, is he beating Sasori? Bar, is he beating Sasori with 6 pass tier speed?
No.
If
he's not, if I don't think he's being Data, like how's he being Sasori?
Whoa, bro, are you trolling right now? Like, is this just a bit for the content?
For a fact,
you really believe that?
For a fact, he's not being Sarada. For a fact, he's not being Mitsuki. Like, come on, bro.
I didn't say Sarada. I didn't say Mitsuki. I said Sasori.
Characters he should be stronger than. Same thing with Sasori. Same thing with Obito. Same thing with Madara. Same thing with Kaguya. Same thing with Momoshiki. He's getting dog walked.
Wait, so is Konohamaru faster?
Trash, yes.
Is Konohamaru faster than Madara?
Yes.
Reanimated Madara.
Trash, yes.
He's faster.
Trash, yes.
So he's faster, yes?
So he's trash.
Boris.
Imagine being faster than Madara but still get clapped by Sasori. Trash.
I'm asking you a simple question.
Imagine being faster than Madara but still get clapped by Data.
Okay, so he is faster than Madara. Okay, so is Madara faster than Sasori?
Still get clapped by Himawari. Trash.
Is Madara faster than Sasori?
Imagine being faster than Madara and still get clapped by Chibi.
Bara, imagine getting a simple question and not getting a simple answer, bro. You're the one that brought him back up. Who is ready to move on?
All right, let's move on.
Bar, answer the question. Is Madara faster than Sasori?
I don't know, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm done with Konohama, bro. Facts. Way fact.
Hey, listen, man.
Okay, so my question was,
always toss facts after some shit that you said was incorrect, and maybe some people believe that you were right. There you
go. This is titled Chapter 16 review, and we arguing about Konohama.
So, all right, next chapter. What does Konohama do?
Fight?
Why are we going back to
Konohama? Fight wise. What did he do?
I thought he was done talking about him. I don't know. We were back to Konohama.
Again.
He fights.
My question is,
have some sort of crazy feat, and then we're like, oh, he's stronger than Obito. He's stronger than he's trash, bro. I'm sorry. He's trash.
Okay, he's
gonna get clapped next chapter. He's gonna get clapped before he becomes Hokage.
But Bar,
he's gonna get
going off your scaling. I'm going off of your
the Hokage spot. He's gonna get clapped every single battle he's in. He's trash.
But based on your scaling, that's how I got him to those levels of speed.
Based on every fight he's ever been in, based on
your
Sarada literally takes the lead in every mission.
He's 6 paths plus speed. That's what you agreed on, and you're saying he can't be Sasori. You don't see a problem with that logic? Okay. Your question, bro? Literally went on hush mode. That's crazy.
With Ada. Well, I feel like Kashin Koji is actually working with Ada, and to be honest, we haven't really seen it on screen. I feel like in the next chapter we gotta have some sort of flashback of Ada and Kashin Koji, because I feel like that's arguably like the best duo in the Hidden Leaf Village. Again, we talked about prior pre-sight plus foresight, bro. They could see the future and the past, bro. We gotta have some flashbacks about their meeting when they talk to each other. I feel like that's probably gonna be fire.
You think they actually met?
Yeah, he was literally on her hair last chapter.
No, well, Ada was looking back in the past, and Koji told her that
it was when she went to Shikamaru. Remember when she had that meeting with Shikamaru and Ada and Kashin Koji was on her hair talking to Shikamaru?
Oh, word. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that duo, I feel like, arguably, that's probably one of the biggest storylines of that last chapter. Because I feel like that again, power. I was about to say power couple, but power duo.
Yeah, because they have like compatible abilities. She can see into the past. He can see into the future.
Yeah, for a fact. So I feel like that's probably gonna be like a big duo. I feel like after that we could probably get to the Kawaki stuff. We didn't see his power. We didn't get anything. And I talked about in my video. It's because we haven't seen it. So you could say we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it in a whole chapter. So we got to see something about Kawaki. Or we could just say, hey, they haven't talked about it yet. They're probably just gonna wait till this arc is over. So I have no idea. If I got like a assumption, I feel like he just got the power up through the time skip. We talked about the last pod. There was a time skip or a mini time skip. So I feel like he probably already got it.
What, the limiters remove?
Yeah.
And the time skip or already right now?
All right. What the time skip I'm talking about is the time frame from Shikamaru essentially telling the team to actually go to the land of wind and them actually being at the land of wind. I feel like that's like a mini time skip, probably like a couple hours or something like that. We don't really know the transportation method they took. But yeah, there's like a time frame right there. I feel like that time frame is damn near perfect for Kawaki. Because remember, when he actually got the what's it called, the car missile the first time, it was like on a sneak tip. We didn't really know because he was just getting like his body modified or his body fixed because he had like some sort of I think his hand was like blown off or something like that. So yeah, I feel like it could be like that, where it's just all of a sudden he just has it, and we just didn't know about it.
No, they specifically said that I'm gonna put limiters on him, so I think he has to go through the same route that Code did, pretty much, get him to force him to take it off.
Could be. The only thing, again, and this might just be me, I feel like Boruto and Kawaki is probably gonna pull up to the battlefield, bro. I feel like it just has to happen, and it really stemmed from my distrust in like the team that's there. But I feel like something can happen in Kashin Koji could actually see it and then like actually ask Boruto to like, yo, help out or something like that. And if that happens, if Kawaki senses that Boruto is like on a battlefield with them and Ada sees it, I feel like he'll probably pop up too.
Yeah, nah, I really don't see Boruto and Kawaki popping on Golden Battlefield. I think they got bigger fish to fry right now.
What was the question?
All right. Probably do.
Yeah, like you were saying, like he has a bone to pick with Amino. I agree with you. Like, you know, he's gonna have to have some type of conversation with him. I don't think Amino released it yet, but I think that's going to be a focal point in at least the next 2 chapters.
Could be. I was saying I think that Kawaki and Boruto probably gonna pull up to the battlefield because it just seems right to me. It just seems right. Imagine they just pull up, more Shinju pull up, becomes like a world war. Oh, now reanimated Akatsuki pull up. Now Otsutsuki pull up. Hey, what you doing with my 10 tails, bro? You never know. It could be that.
Yeah. But nah, my question for y'all was, I want y'all opinion on if Boruto could pick who he brings with him if he wanted to create his own like Taka, kind of like Sasuke did. Who would you want him to choose?
Who would I want him to choose? That's a different question.
Yeah.
Kawaki, Damon, Aida, and Kashin Koji.
Why?
You just covered pretty much all the basics. Again, foresight and pre-sight. You got Damon. I think that's like a crazy offensive abilities. And also, what was the other person I said? And Kawaki, of course. The Kawaki. We understand. Kawaki's Kawaki.
Okay. What about you, Mello?
What's the question?
if Boruto can make his own Taka,
okay,
who would he choose to bring with him?
Are we factoring in story context, or am I just picking who I want?
Who you want?
Okay, I think he should take with him Mitsuki because of how versatile he is. We've seen that in the Boro fight, so I would definitely want to have somebody like that with me. So I would pick Mitsuki. I would pick Himawari. Number one, I want my sister close to me, and then also she's pretty powerful, and if you hone that power, it can be like a Goku training Gohan type stuff. So
Facts.
I could definitely see Himawari being kind of like their Gohan, their ace in the hole. And how many members was in Taka? 4? So I got 3. Okay. And then for the third member, I think for the third member, I will go with. I can't pick Kawaki because if he uses karma, then Boruto's screwed. So even though it's story context, I would honestly, if I go with Ada, Damon would have to come, so it'd be like more than 4 members. But yeah, I would probably go with Sarada then. In that case, I'll probably go with Sarada. She's extremely powerful. She's showcased that already, and she's also the the daughter of your master. So there could be some kind of, I want to use the techniques that your father taught me so I can teach you and kind of pass it down within your bloodline type beat. And then also she's just as a combatant, you want her because she's an Uchiha. She just gets exponential increases in power. So there's really no cap to how powerful she can become. It's just based upon her own, like her nerfing herself. So you definitely want somebody with like limit breaking potential on your team. So that would be like kind of my Taka. It'd be Himawari, Sarada, and Mitsuki, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was gonna say if I replace Sarada, it'll be with Ada because Senrigan powers is just nasty. But
yeah, shit's nasty. Yeah, mine would be most likely Sarada, Himawari, and Sumire. That would probably be like my difference between because she's not affected by omnipotence.
It's not bad. I don't think Ada is either.
Well, Ada obviously not, but that would be my big 3 right there.
I feel.
But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, guys, I am getting tired.
I feel. So y'all wouldn't like what any hacks like? No, like.
Well, I'm kind of like investing into Sarada having very hacked abilities, and then I'm also investing into her like a genetic potential to get like limit breaking power. And then also, so like I think Himawari's power is going to be hacked as well. So I'm kind of like investing what they can become. Hell, even Mitsuki to that degree. Like, what I don't even think he's reached his apex. So yeah, no, I think in terms of like hack based abilities, it's not as known. I have something. I have genjutsu shenanigans, that type of stuff. But yeah, no, I think I'll be fine with this team.
Maybe I'm just in that brain where I remember I had that theory earlier where Boruto becomes like an Otsutsuki god. I feel like if Boruto were embark on like a huge mission like that, he probably want like crazy hacks on his side. Like hypothetically, if Kawaki teaches Damon all the abilities he learned, not Kawaki, Kashin Koji, he teaches Damon all the abilities he's going to learn in the future, then teaches Ada pretty much how to, I don't even say master the omnipotence, but of course, working alongside Boruto and Kawaki, they could probably utilize it a lot more. That'd probably be like a crazy, let's say, quartet.
I think somebody like Sarada and even Himawari, I think they have they have a higher ceiling than Damon and Ada. So that's why I'm picking
them. Could be.
I mean, Sarada's like what? Like just think about Sarada for a second, right? She is 15 years old with no external amplifiers or boosts, no Shibai sales, no scientific augmentation, no god ninja dude coming down from the heavens and touching your hand and giving you powers and shit. None of that. It was just all her. Yeah, no Gohan, no ass pulls, it's just raw genetics. And she's already like this godly level. Like she's like Jigen plus, given her feats. You can disagree with that, but Hidari boxing with Boruto, given the context in which it happened, Boruto shouldn't be holding back. So that, and then Code being over Jigen per the lore, Boruto beating Jigen. So you can get Hidari over Jigen through that. There's other ways to do it as well. And then her feats against like Hidari, like the scaling is like 1-to-1. So the fact that she got there, like, nah, bro, her potential is insane. And then there's Himawari, which is, yeah.
And then when she does get to go high level power ups, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah. One thing, this might be a hot take because it is the Mangekyo Sharingan and we are in an era of divine arts. I feel like she's gonna have at least 2 things specific to her Mangekyo Sharingan that is super critical to the time that we're in right now.
I think so too. Like a narrative hack ability, something like that. I can definitely see that for sure. Yeah. But
I know Freegan wants to end. How do you see her getting the EMS?
I'm not sure if she needs it.
You think she won't go blind?
Well, I need to see if the theories about her Mangekyo actually pan out to where she doesn't lose her light based upon how she awakened it. I need to see like what is going on with her, because she is very unique on the genetic level because of Sasuke and Hagoromo's interference and stuff, and what Orochimaru was doing. Just on her father's side, is just very interesting, her lineage. So she could manifest some kind of mutation that, you know, prevents her from losing it, or she has some kind of blah blah blah, right? So something could happen. So I need her to get the Mangekyo first. I need to see what the field is looking like, and then I can make prescriptions about whether she even needs EMS or when she'll get it.
No, I see what you mean. I think they're gonna find some mechanic to get around it. I feel like this is my personal way that I feel like she can get around it. I feel like with her chakra control, she could essentially use her Mangekyo Sharingan to like the most efficient that anybody's ever used it. Like she'd use the least amount of chakra than like all the other MS users, in my personal opinion. I think because she has so good chakra control, I don't think that other Uchiha members had that good of chakra control with it. But that's just me.
Yeah, could be. I want her to have some kind of like reality warping ability or something like that. I think at this level, being able to manipulate flames ain't gonna cut it. So
what about the time travel thing? Because they've been dabbling into like time stuff.
Yeah, I that did cross my mind. I'm not opposed to it. Just put some guardrails on it in a way that narratively it makes sense. Yeah, and it's not too like OP. Because if it's just like, because that's why I always say like my perfect envisioning of what she'll have is like some domain expansion or some kind of territory to where she has a sphere of influence, and over time she can only maintain it for like 60 seconds, and then she's out of chakra. That's how much chakra it takes. But like within her little sphere, and it shrinks as the timer gets closer to 0. The little bubble gets smaller. But while she's in her bubble, she's basically God for 60 seconds. Like pretty much Izanagi with no side effects. You can just spam it. Some like crazy hack shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like she's like for 60, like she's like, yo, I only got this power for 60 seconds, but all I need is 1 second. I need like less than 1 second, because now you in my fucking Tsukuyomi. So now these 60 seconds about to feel like your whole lifetime. Like that's some crazy shit.
The last one, because I know Freegan, he probably already in. But you think when her manga pops up, do you think it'll be like the Jogan where it just comes sporadically and she can't really control it, or do you think she'll have it?
If she already has it and she gets pushed in this next fight, for instance, as an example, and she's like, I didn't really think I'd be pushed this far, but I guess I have to use it. If she does something like that, that will be insane, because she felt like she didn't need it against Code, and she felt like she didn't need it against Hidari. That's nasty. It actually takes you back retroactively and look at her feats versus those characters, at the very least Hidari, and then be even more impressed, because you know she was holding back. It's insane. So I kind of don't want that. I would prefer it if she doesn't know she has it, and she kind of uses it, activates it out of instinct to protect someone or protect herself. And Koji probably knows that this fight is what's going to bring out this exponential increase in power. So he needs to put her in conditions in which that's even capable of happening for her to advance her Mangekyo or her Sharingan in general. I think Sasuke told her that she couldn't train from 1 to Moe to 3. She needed to experience certain things in order to activate it. You cannot train the Sharingan. So that was interesting. But yeah.
Oh, that's true. Free game, we ain't gonna hold you up too much. My bad.
All right, boys.
Oh, All right, y'all. All right, we out.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Real quick. Just for chat, I know I saw some people. Was it Sasuke Uchiha, who is let's just say voicing concern or disappointment or disapproval about me and Bar bickering and arguing. Don't take any of this stuff seriously. Bar certainly doesn't. Neither do I. Yeah. We're just having fun and arguing for a series that we enjoy with passion and in a way that's entertaining for you guys. Okay, so me and Bar are fine. We're cool. It's like brothers fighting, but like it's never that serious.
Yeah, I'm kind of passionate with characters I like. I remember a couple of years ago when I thought Rock Lee was bald, I uploaded a rant.
Wait, is he bald?
Like that just be getting to me, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
Clear this up, Bar. Is the brother bald or not?
I don't know, bro. So a brisk wind flew by his hair and it flew up, bro. I thought it was a toupee. Supposedly people came out and said, "No, it wasn't a toupee. He actually got hair." Oh no, but I looked it up, bro. He was in episode 2 of Naruto, bro. There's no reason why he should be written like this, bro. I'm sorry, but we did. I'm sorry.
Maybe a conversation for another day. But that's all I wanted to say. Shout out to the Patreon supporters and channel members. And super chat donators, you guys are awesome, and our regulars and new subs, we appreciate the support. Shout out to our awesome guest that we had earlier today, Miss Amanda. We appreciate you. She won't see this, but we're appreciating her nevertheless. And shout out to my co-host Free Game and Bar B. You guys be easy, okay?
Awesome. Later.
All right, y'all.
We should do some community stuff. We should actually have Bara participate for once.
Yeah, I did one yesterday. It was pretty fun.
I've been told y'all. I've been busy. I've been crazy busy. What? If y'all have one with like the super late, like after I'm finished working, I could probably stop by.
For
sure.
Like
all
10,
right, boys, later.
If y'all order.
10 is nasty.
That's 8 for me, so that's fine.
10 is nasty, but I'll try to make it work. Just give me a time. All right, boys. Later. Peace.
All right, later.
The longest.
What?